Do you know that there are different types of communication model? Communication models are the metaphorical, simplified, and systematic representation of the communication processes which forms general perspectives on communication. There are three models of communication. We have linear model, interactive model, and transactional model. Linear model is a one-way communication. It is used for mass communication where senders send messages and receivers only receive. Because of this, there is no apparent feedback from the receivers. The following are the different models which use linear model. We have Lasswell's model, Aristotle's model, Shannon-Weaver model, and Berle's SMCR model. Linear model is good at audience persuasion and propaganda setting, and it has intentional results. However, communication is not continuous as no concept of feedback is introduced. Also, there is no way to know if communication was effective. When we talk about Aristotle's model of communication, it is considered as the first model of communication and was proposed before 300 BC. Aristotle's model is mainly focused on speaker and speech. This is an example of Aristotle's model of communication. It can be broadly divided into 5 elements. We have speaker, speech, occasion, audience, and effect. The speaker is the centered model. It is highly used to develop public speaking skills and create a propaganda. It is less focused on interpersonal or intrapersonal communication. The speaker must have a very good nonverbal communication with the audience, like eye contact. For Aristotle, there are 3 elements of good communicators. We have ethos. It is the credibility of the speaker. It is a characteristic which makes you credible in front of the audience. The second one is pathos. This is the emotional bond. If what you say matters to them and they can connect with it, they will be more interested. And for the last one, we have logos. This is sense of reason. You must present facts to the audience for them to believe in you. Remember, in order to become a good communicator, you must have ethos, pathos, and logos. Lasswell's model of communication is an action model or linear model or one-way model of communication. The following are the components of Lasswell's model of communication. We have who, which is the communicator or sender of the source message. We have says what, it is the content of the message. We have in which channel, it is the medium or media. To whom, the receiver of the message or an audience. And the last one is with what effect, it is the feedback of the receiver to the sender. Though Lasswell's model was developed to analyze mass communication, this model used for interpersonal communication or group communication to be disseminated to various groups in various situations. Shannon-Weaver model of communication was created in 1948 when Claude Elwood Shannon wrote an article with Warren Weaver. This is considered as the mother of all models. As Shannon was an engineer, this model was made to improve technical communication, mainly for telephonic communication. It was made to maximize telephone capacity with minimum noise. The following are the concepts in Shannon-Weaver model. We have the sender or the information source. The sender is the person who makes the message, chooses the channel, and sends the message. Another, we have the encoder or transmitter. The encoder is the sender who uses machine which converts messages into signals or binary data. It might also directly refer to the machine. We have the channel. The channel is the medium used to send the message. Next is the decoder or receiver. The decoder is the machine used to convert signals or binary data into message, or the receiver who translates the message from signals. The next one is the receiver or the destination. The receiver is the person who gets the message or the place where the message must reach. The receiver provides feedback according to the message. The last concept is the noise. The noise is the physical disturbances like environment, people, and the rest, which does not let the message get to the receiver as what is sent. In this example, the brain might be the sender. The mouth might be the encoder, which encodes to a particular language. The air might be the channel. And another person's ear might be the receptor, and his brain might be the decoder and receiver. Another example is a businessman sends a message via phone text to his worker about a meeting happening about their brand promotion. The worker does not receive the full message because of noise. It goes like this. We have a meeting at the office. At what time? In that example, the sender is the businessman, the encoder is the telephone network company, the channel is the mobile network, the noise is the missing text due to disruption, the decoder is the mobile text, and the receiver is the worker. The transmission error is the noise in this case. The feedback lets the businessman know that the message reached incomplete. The receiver gets the chance to get the full message only after his feedback. When we talk about noise, it could be psychological or physical. When it is psychological, it has mental or physiological source. However, if it's physical, it is found outside the person. The last one is the Berlow's model of communication. In 1960, David Berlow postulated Berlow's sender, message, channel, receiver, or SMC, or model of communication from Shannon Weaver's model of communication in 1949. In this model of communication, we have source, message, channel, and receiver. In order for a communication to prosper, the source and receiver must have the same communication skills, right attitude, have background knowledges, have the same social system, as well as have the same culture. The message should have a content, has right elements, has right treatment, has correct structure, and correct code. The channel could be in the form of hearing, seeing, touching, smelling, and tasting. Transactional model is used for interpersonal communication where senders and receivers interchange roles. It also has simultaneous feedback. The context of noise and environment is important because they can affect the message. One key feature of this model is that feedback is taken as a new message. Two good things about this model are simultaneous and instant feedback. There is also no discrimination between the sender and receiver. However, this is more complicated for it encourages nonverbal communication, and there will be more noise due to communicators talking at the same time. This is the model for transaction. The senders and receivers both are known as communicators and both play equally important role in communication. They should relate communication with social reality, cultural upbringing, and relational context, meaning both of them should have a common relationship. The nonverbal feedback like gestures, body language is also considered as feedback in this model. The main purpose of this model is to arrive at commonality, meaning both of them should have the same field of experience, both should have the same culture, education, experiences, moods, and emotions to ensure good communication. It is mostly used for new media like internet. Here, people can respond to any mass communications like videos, news, and others, and people can exchange their views and ideas through the comment section. Convergence model is similar to transactional model as they are both two-way communication models. One model that follows interactive model of communication is the Scram's interactive model. The message formation of both sources are affected by their field of experience. The field of experience is culture, social, psychological, situation, and channel. The overlapping field of experiences initiates conversation, and this expands the communicator's field of experience. All these factors also affect the message interpretation. There is an open line of communication in interactive communication model. Being interactive is taken to be a very important aspect of effective communication. Remember class, the three models of communication. We have linear model, transactional model, and interactive model.